Why flip the inequality sign when solving? Imagine you're trying to find out what values make an inequality true. As you work through the problem, you might wonder why sometimes the inequality sign suddenly changes direction. Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore today. When solving inequalities, you flip the inequality sign whenever you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number. This step is essential to keep the inequality correct and meaningful. Let's start with understanding what an inequality really is. It's a statement that compares two values, showing if one is less than, greater than, or equal to the other. For example, saying 3 is less than 5 is written as 3 less than 5. Now, when you solve an inequality, your goal is to get the variable alone on one side. But here's where the rule comes in. If you multiply or divide both sides by a positive number, the inequality sign stays the same. It's like multiplying or dividing by one or any positive number. The order of the numbers doesn't change. But things get interesting when you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number. Think about it. On the number line, negative numbers are on the left, and positive numbers are on the right. When you multiply both sides of an inequality by a negative number, it's like flipping the entire number line. The order of the numbers reverses. For example, if you start with 3 less than 5, which is written as 3 less than 5, and multiply both sides by -1, you get -3 and -5. Now, on the number line, -3 is actually to the right of -5, meaning -3 is greater than -5. To keep the statement true, you need to flip the inequality sign from less than to greater than. This flipping is necessary because without it, the inequality would no longer correctly representing the relationship between the two sides. It's like trying to keep a balance when flipping a coin. If you don't flip the sign, your solution might say something that's just not true anymore. When you divide both sides by a negative number, the same rule applies. You're reversing the order of the numbers, so the inequality sign must flip to reflect that change. In practical terms, every time you divide or multiply both sides of an inequality by a negative number, remember to flip the sign. It's a simple rule that keeps your solutions accurate. When you do this, the solution set of the inequality correctly shows all the values that satisfy the original statement. This rule is what makes solving inequalities reliable and helps you understand how operations affect the relationships between numbers. So, next time you're working through an inequality and need to divide or multiply by a negative, just remember to flip the sign. It's a small step that makes a big difference in keeping your solutions correct.